And good day everyone. So for today, no, magkakaroon tayo ng recording. No, kagaya ng sabi ko last time, no, we will have a discussion of the next lesson that we need to discuss about the subject, which is about no, yung tinatawag nating participants of the study. Kaya bago natin basahin yung mga susunod na slides, so pag-usapan muna natin yung participants. No? The word participants, yung iba hindi naman kasi participants ang tawag. Ang tawag nila ay respondents. No? Yung iba respondents, yung iba participants, yung iba participants, yung iba respondents. Kaya lang, the question here is, ano ba yung tama? Sa respondents ba talaga? O participants? You know what? I tried to read so many books no para talaga ma-pinpoint ko alin ang tawag no kaya lang wala ako talagang makita na eksaktong term na nagsasabi uh, kapag ganito yung situation we call them respondents, kapag ganito we call them participants. Kaya lang no sabi ng mga magagaling no sa research no mga nagturo din naman sa akin no kapag yung study mo is quantitative no we call them respondents. Kapag naman yung study mo is qualitative, we call them as participants. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nagkaroon ka ng study na mixed method, dalawa yung tawag mo. So, meron ka ng respondents, no, para dun sa quantitative part mo. And then, magkakaroon ka pa ng participants, no, para sa qualitative part mo. So, that's the first consideration para malaman mo. Sir, ano ba gagamitin ko? Respondents ba o participants? First, excuse me, alamin mo muna yung method na gagamitin mo. So, for you to be able to decide if that is respondents or participants. Okay, second consideration is, you need to consider, you need to consider no, kung kanino ka ba magsasubmit. Kanino mo ba ipapass yan. No? So, halimbawa, no, sa mga division offices, no, halimbawa sa division office namin, we use the word participants kahit na quanti pa or quali. No? So kapag nagsasubmit ako ng research proposal or ng action research ko, no, kahit na yung study ko ay quantitative pa or pure quantitative, participants of the study yung pinapagamit sa amin kasi yung nasa template na kailangan namin sundin. No? So ganun tayo. Tingnan mo muna kanino ka magsasubmit. Ano ba yung pinapagamit nilang term? No? So again, no, from our division office, kung magsasubmit ka, katulad ko, kung taga-division office kita, no, if you're going to submit your research proposal, we use the term or the word, no, participants. Yan. So, let's discuss now yung tinatawag nilang population. So, according to the definition, population is composed of persons or objects that possess no, some common characteristics that are of interest to the researcher. So, lahat ng merong common, no, common characteristics. But, the word population, no, familiar naman tayo dito. Lagi natin siyang naririnig, lalo na kapag Philippine Statistics Authority, no, the PSA, yung pinag-uusapan. Pag sinabi niyang population, tinatanong lang naman nila yung bilang, no, gaano sila karami. Halimbawa, tinanong, ano yung population ng barangay nyo? O, ilan ba yung tao sa barangay? Gaano sila karami? Lahat, kasi nga population. No? Ilan yung tao sa municipality nyo? No? Gaano sila karami? So, we call them population. So, nag-aas lang siya ng total na bilang. No? Kung gaano sila karami. So, that's the population. Right? However, we need to know or understand that there are two groups of population. The first one is the target population and the second is yung tinatawag nilang accessible population. Para mas maintindihan pa natin lalo, let's move on the next slide. So the target population consists of the entire group of people or objects to which the findings of the study generally apply. Oh, so ibig sabihin pala nun, kapag tinatawag nating target population, it's the entire, no, entire group. So lahat, wala kang ititira. Diba? Meanwhile, The accessible population is the specific study population. Sir, bakit pa tayo nagkaroon ng target ng accessible? Kasi, of course, there are times na hindi natin sila kakayaning kuhanin lahat or puntahan lahat. Especially, kung napakalaki o napakalawak ng scope mo. Halimbawa, sa province na lang, Pampanga. Gusto mong malaman kung masaya lahat ng taong nakatira sa Pampanga. Kakayanin mo ba tanungin isa-isa? No? Mula dun sa pinakamatanda hanggang sa pinakabata. Can you do that? No? Mahirap yun. Di ba? So, with that, no? Yung accessible population na lang yung gagamitin mo. From the word accessible, mapupuntahan mo sila. Okay? So, let's say for example, in a study about the common difficulties encountered by the senior high school students in the technical vocational track, okay, in their on-the-job training in Region 8. So, lahat ng estudyante sa Region 8, sa TechVoc. All senior high school students enrolled in the TechVoc in Region 8 are the target population, while the senior high school students who are enrolled within the school or district and even those who are in the division are the target accessible, no? Accessible population. So, ibig sabihin, syempre sila lang yung malapit. Sila lang yung mapupuntahan natin, di ba? Bakit kaya bang puntahan yung taga-ibang division? Oo, sir, hindi natin sila mapupuntahan. Kasi, may trabaho tayo. Diba? Hindi tayo papayagan na iwanan ng klase natin, iwanan ng trabaho natin para lang puntahan yung mga taga-other division offices. Diba? Kaya nga, yung malapit sa'yo, like your school, sige, kaya mo buong school, sige, kaya pang district, sige, may makakausap ka pa sa division. Pero pag lumabas ka na ng division, mahirap na yun. No? So, yung accessible lang talaga sa'yo ay school, district, o sige, hanggang division. So, a parameter is a numeric characteristic of a population. Gandang term, no? Okay? It is very impractical for the researcher to get data from the entire population, especially if it is very large. In this case, a sample is derived. Talagang ganon. No? Kapag sobrang laki, sobrang dami, hindi natin kakayanin, no? Nakuhanin silang lahat. Kaya gumagamit tayo or kumukuha tayo ng tinatawag nilang sample. Parang sa pagkain, no? Pag magpapakitering ka, syempre may taste test tayo. Kailangan mo bang ubusin yung isang bandehadong minuto para lang malaman na masarap ang minuto? O paano mo patitikman yung iba kung busog ka na? So, ang ginagawa natin is, of course, kumuha tayo ng tig-isa, 2, 3 kutsara para lang masabi natin kung masarap o hindi yung minutong pinapakain sa atin. Diba? Ganun lang yun. No? A sample is a subset of the entire population or a group of individuals that represents the population and serves as the respondents of the study. So, kung pagmamasdan mo yung drawing dun sa may bandang kanan, yung population, madami. Tapos, may arrow pababa. So, from that big number of population, kukuha tayo ng sample. And then, may arrow na naman pataas. So, yung data na makukuha mo, yung findings na ma-generate mo, sasabihin mo, nire-represent niya yung buong population. Ganyan tayo. Diba? Parang pag nagpapatawag tayo ng meeting sa mga magulang, sinasabi nila na kahit konti lang yung dumating, no, it's for everybody. It generally applies. No? Ganun yung dating, di ba?